Oh, I'm MatchBox. Everything's working? Yeah. Today I decided to find something like a review for Genshin Impact and try to do some kind of reaction. I've been inspired by others who react do reactions about reviews of their, let's say, favorite or liked or played games. So let's see what will happen.
Genshin Impact is a game which has sucked away my soul and killed my dog. I first began playing Genshin Impact because of all the cute women that experienced
that's...
and a philosophical enlightenment through the death of my own ego. I love
some of them, at least to me, is not really such a sexy thing. Some of them a little bit, not really sexual objects. Let's say that.
Genshin Impact, but this game will have an impact on your social life, and even after you stop playing, you will not recover. To this day, it has left me in a perpetual state of sophisticated molding, and I recommend it for all.
I agree with that. It eats a lot of time from. For example, I started playing. I'm doing story quest, other quests, and suddenly I decided to run off and try to collect some stuff around the map, and suddenly I see half an hour passed.
All the wrong reasons. In this game, you play as John Impact, an extra-dimensional being whose brother was eaten by Mega Blocks and is forced to navigate Avatar, the last airbender for weeaboos. Powered by its simple chemistry system in which characters electrocute, burn, and throw rocks at each other. One of those is much less cool, but it, like Australopithecus, was my primary source of damage. Now trapped in the land of gotcha hell, our protagonist must find a way to save our siblings by fighting geometry, the indigenous inhabitants of Twitter, space midgets, and the ice KGB, as well.
Wait, why you such interesting references, Twitter and
we are here to explore, solve puzzles, play prop hunt, cook, get arrested for looking at Zhongling too much, get sent.
I don't understand why anybody would look at her, but that's least sexual character in this game.
To 10
or something wrong with me that I don't see that.
years and emerge from prison a devout Buddhist. This video is going to be about my experience playing this interesting game and how to objectively have the most fun with it. It's a very bad sign when most people who play the game don't recommend it, but I do. Although I am slightly a dingus, so I don't recommend you take my opinion as
dingus,
but as entertainment. So whether you're new to this strange otherworldly Chinese software or a Genshin pro, please allow me to tell you the time how this left a Genshin impact into my frontal lobe.
Okay.
Tip that most Genshin players don't know. The age of consent is 18 years old. Let's begin with what's maximally important. Not the gameplay, not the story, nor anything you would typically associate with a video game. The single most important thing in this game is rolling dice to gain attractive people and then parading them around like a child on TLC. I do not
Wait. Story is not bad, and some of the characters in the story sucks, but Paimon! Paimon! Okay. Is there... I didn't play a lot of it, but I don't think there is any incentive to pay money unless you are a horny piece of shit. And you pay money for characters. Or to summon characters, or something like loot box. So that's not... You are not obligated to do that. And this mechanic shouldn't be in the game at all, I think. But, oh well, let's see.
This is probably what attracted most people to this game. If you want an example, Lisa is a character who continually refers to herself as One-sama and sounds like she is at all times on the verge of sex.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. She's horny. She's Icon gave me notice that I will hate her because I hate characters like that. Probably I'm not that what those things are called, traditional anime lover. Yes, I love titties, I love butts, especially butts, but I don't like that. Oh yeah, that stuff. Bleh.
I received her after completing a quest and then decided that
Yep.
I would use Lisa exclusively to do rock climbing.
She's not sexy. What the?
Wildly enthusiastic moaning for the next 10 hours of gameplay. I literally installed this game.
I agree.
Downloading 60
That's
images of
annoying.
Ganyu, since the official lore of the game specifies that she killed a monster after being eaten by it because her ass was so big it blocked his trachea and suffocated him to death. However, there is a catch. I don't have Ganyu, and I never will. You have a random chance to get this, and that chance is high.
The chance to get that, which is not from story characters. Nice. Oh, so Icon was right. Wait. I saw a club that. Am I wrong? That there was a club that is. There was a sword. Doesn't matter. It is distracting.
Anyone, so if you want a particular character, get fucked. You could have your very first role be a high-level DPS character that carries you through the game with chimpanzee martial arts. Or you could roll 3 useless small boys in a row and then desire death. It's a fucking guy. God damn it. And while I'm writing about bad things that could be deal
I've got guy, but I love that. I've got from my second role. Oh, how is it called? That Oni thing. Oni. That thing that his R makes his claymore club. Something like that. Okay, I don't remember names. And I've got that maid from my first summon. I've got maid thingy. Bear in mind, I didn't use money. I only used in-game what I've got from in-game currencies. Got that? I'm not using money. Shut up.
The anti-cheat for this game is very strong and has ring 0 permissions on your kernel. This means that it can read and write memory at any location in your computer without seg faulting. I, however, am not afraid, since if Xi Jinping does harvest my computer's data, all he will find is 50 pages of Waluigi hentai. It's your loss. And yes, it does turn off when the game isn't running. So this review is going to include a guide on how to have fun, because like real life, lusting after women causes suicidal depression. Step 1. Play as optimally as you want. Do not try to min-max shit, because RNGesus will snap your fucking neck. Do whatever is fun with whatever you have. In my case, I decided that I would roleplay as a violent misandrist and only play as women out of principle. Any men that I rolled would be locked at level 1 and made useful in the coal mines. It is simply not worth it for me to engage in combat if I cannot also yank it. The central point of the characters is that they are potential wives, and I am absolutely 1000% secure in my masculinity. Playing the game optimally in this case would mean making the game boring and staring at man ass, so fuck it. If, for instance, I had wanted a particular legally questionable female to be my digital puppet, the chance of me receiving that would be 0.3%, which is where this image comes from. Take what you can get with the rolls. Don't be mad. Exercise patience and control, and you will have a lot more fun.
Oh yeah, control. Really. Speaking people, this is the perfect example of a player who is not showing perfect control of his impulses. Let's say that. He wants little girls. It's not like something like pedo thing, but he wants girls. He gets girls. He locks guys, and he doesn't care about them. Why? What's the? I don't get it. But okay, that's a weeb thing, animated thing, and boobs. Yes, I agree. Okay, I agree with almost everything he said until this point, probably. Boobs, butts, and sexy moaning bitches. Okay.
I definitely have not sold my house to get big titty pirate mommy, but Max.
Something. Oh, I'm watching this and I feel like many men playing this game are just monkeys. Something like boobies. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
Or I hear your thoughts. Why
Okay,
are you displaying a
me
single
too.
image
Oh.
of a regular crab on my screen? And also, what is the world of Genshin Impact and why are we here? That is a great question, James. Because before we get into the exploration and the combat, we must first understand the context with which I run my beauty pageant. And like every game made by Asian people on my channel, the lore is some Hyperborean bullshit. So let's say rule number 2 of enjoying the game is not caring about this, just like 90% of the player base.
Are not caring about the story?
The world of Teyvat is ruled collectively by 7 gods who govern the 7 elements.
Yeah, and one of them at least sucks.
This came about because 2,800 years ago, there were like 80 gods or something. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. No, but actually 7 seals opened up in heaven, so literally every god fought over their power to the death. The result was the 7 gods of each element we see today, each ruling over their own nation in their own fucked up ways. Every once in a while, these delusional bastards will just give random people superpowers, like how the electricity god just gave a girl with a mental disorder a talking bird. This also includes small children who could very possibly
I will
kill
probably
themselves.
find out.
Now, the world you see in game takes place in 2
I will
nations.
probably soon find out
First
what
is
the hell is
Mondstadt, a
happening.
lawless anarcho-capitalist commune in New Hampshire, which has no formal governance of any kind.
What?
Institutionally on vigilante justice, including a hot Batman. As a result,
Yes, I agree.
territory of their nation is
I agree. The look is cool. The look is cool. His idea of justice is cool.
completely overrun with wolves. No one has the systemic authority to stop people from exercising their rights and liberties to feed the wolves babies. Oh, also, there's the fucking dragon problem. Did I not mention the murderous dragon? Next, we have
I'm
the
trying to deal with that
extremely rich
right
and
now.
powerful country to the east. They have recently come into conflict with Mondstadt due to the Luhua Pool massacre of 69, as well as an aggressive foreign policy involving a 9-dashed line in the Sea of Clouds, headed by the Tian Shuan Ningguang of the Liyue Qixing. Those are all real names. Liyue exhibits an unprecedented level of prosperity and control, living happily under the watchful eye of the rock god, who periodically disguises himself to ensure that the populace is behaving well and upholding their state contracts.
So he is some kind of tyrant? Wait.
Just in case. Now, China, I know you're new to making video games.
Hey! So, I forgot the name of that country in Genshin. So there are several references to the real world, right? That country, whatever, represents something like China with culture, with design, and something like with ideas. And there's yes, Snezhnaya. Yeah. Even the name says something called Snowy. Direct translation from Russian language would be. So that country probably represents Russia. And the ideas that I met, the ideas that I saw from diplomats of Snezhnaya, the Fatui, is it's not very diplomatic, and it's reference to probably Russia. Right. Oh, good luck deciphering what I'm saying.
Yet in my country, we have a long history of shooting people. But who lives in
Yes.
Liyue and who lives in Wales?
Liyue, Jesus, I'm forgetting the name of the country. So that represents China.
The
Okay.
answer is
My cat almost killed herself jumping from. How's that thing beneath the window is called in English? I don't know. Stop it! You have your food. Yeah.
Unfortunate. Populating this extensive world will be several factions of enemies with subgroups, elemental specializations, and fucking bullshit. The enemy.
Yes, that thing is annoying. Good. That's good to see some people. That's good to find people that agree with me. I hate those things. They're hiding from me, and they're annoying.
The variety of this game paints a picture of a post-apocalyptic nightmare world where raving bands of savages constantly destroy everything, locking humanity in a perpetual state of warfare with armies of bandits and the midget people. One of these groups is the Hillagers.
Midget?
An intelligent race capable of empathy and complex thoughts, which is why they must be destroyed. These guys make the Gombe chimpanzee war look like a fucking joke, and at no point does anyone in the entire game even
empathy and everything is.
give a shred of sympathy for the Hillagers, except for Elon Musk. They can be big, small.
Wait. Elon Musk? What the hell was that?
Even give a shred of sympathy for the Hillagers, except for Elon
Musk? Scholar of
Musk. They can be
I missed that probably, or maybe not.
big gorilla, small monkey, operate complex machinery, and have their own language.
Fucking crossbow?
This makes it more fun to slaughter entire villages of them and steal their possessions with no consequences. In fact, you're encouraged to.
Wait. So something that looks like club is also a claymore. In the same group as claymore, right? What the fuck?
Overall, I would rate them a genocide out of 10. Next are the country-sized hordes of organized bandits called the Treasure Hoarders, who are just
I met them.
with shovels and Molotov cocktails. Are you sure we're the good guys? It's fortunate that because they committed a crime, their lives are now.
Wait, who the fuck gives a shit if you're a good guy or not in this type of game? You belong to some kind of system, and yeah, okay. You're trying to help some kind of faction that you belong to. Let's say belong to. So who gives a shit? They're trying to kill you. You are trying to protect yourself or protect somebody. So, no, I don't give a fuck. Morally, maybe I'm wrong that I'm killing them. But game makes me... whatever, that's a little bit of ranting.
Forfeit abyss mages are very simple because they are.
Those fuckers with shields.
One enemy with two reskins, who are also inhuman beings of the Dark Void who have sworn vengeance upon humanity itself. They also dwell almost entirely in fucking space.
Okay, there's no such... They're just annoying with those shields, that's it.
The Fatui of Snezhnaya are heavily armed diplomats seeking to dominate the world of Teyvat through subterfuge, and employing 9-foot-tall people with hammers is absolutely conducive to this goal.
I met them! I like them! Wait. I like them! Those... I don't know location of those. I met them. Probably in some previous videos. Those specialized Fatui soldiers, one with hammer, two with... one is using something like a flamethrower, but it is freezing you. Other one is using long-range rifle, something like that. I thought of something right now what this game is missing. Those mobs, those soldiers, are using something like guns, using elements with guns. That guy has a fucking hammer. Why is why there's no such weapons in this game? I mean, those types of weapons that I could use. We don't have hammers. We don't have elemental pistols, let's say, or rifles. We have swords. We have big swords. We have catalysts, whatever that is. Book and spinning circle, okay, and a bow. We don't have pistols. They have pistols. No wonder that Snezhnaya is, let's say, winning the war, or whatever that is. Dominating, diplomatic, negotiation. If we can call that diplomacy.
Serve the interests of the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya, also known as the god of ice. That's important because
Tsaritsa or Snezhnaya? No, that's not a Russia. That's not Russia. A boogle of going a little bit political, I see. Sounds like, I don't know. Sounds like a real world to me. We are using real world references. Where's my water? No, doesn't matter. Later. So, political. We have China, we have Russia. Okay.
they primarily use electricity and fire. I guess the ice god is just fucking lazy. The Fatui are always up to no good, like
And why there's somebody kicking Venti?
stealing the wind god's power or like a bank heist. They're also really hot, so I'm not stopping them. Finally, we have the local wildlife of Tevat, which is 90% slimes and 10% these fuckers. I spent
These fuckers are slimes too, but they're using earth element.
most of the fight waiting to do something.
Oh no, I never met these. Holy shit, I never met them.
That's really what the combat is all about.
Somebody has a dual swords! What the fuck? Wait.
Computer deactivate iguana. That's really
That's cool! I want those! Why nobody gives players these? Dual swords, dual daggers that can become a pole, spear, or whatever that thing is.
sometimes it's like
Come on! I already talked about that with Icon. We don't have a variety of weapons! Maybe I should play other games. Because no variety of weapons. I'm always talking about I want dual sword. I want if no dual sword, maybe pole arm, spear, or let's say very big fucking sword. I get big swords in this game, but when there's NPCs and mobs running around with dual swords and weapons that I can get, let's say, pistols, flamethrowers, everything else in this game, why?
other times it's like I think that bush just fucking really no matter what happens you're in for an experience. Let's find out if that
Who the what? Why you jumped on that? You.
is bad or worse.
Combat.
Shit getting intact is
Okay, first of all, to me, combat is great. Let's see what he will say.
to maximize their power, the player dynamically switches between their DPS character and everyone else. Rule number 3 of Genshin is
Wait, what was
switch
there?
between their DPS character and every
And what is their DPS? Okay, every. Candle Wall Hospital. Why candle? DPS, okay. For DPS, I'm not sure what to use. Oh,
3 of Genshin Impact. Pick
okay.
one. Your typical team is comprised of your DPS baby, your heal support, your burst support, and moral support. Think of it like a train. You only need one engine and enough weight to kill Terry Davis. Now,
Using Warhammer references on kids show.
like everything, characters have elemental alignments, which, depending on the enemy, can ruin the game. My wife Barbara could heal me, but in the process, must make everyone wet, which makes us
Oh, you're touching very sensitive bone, my friend, with those wet jokes.
proverbial bathtub, which enemies will then carry toasters into for massive damage. It's a fucking blast.
That's annoying. When something is wet, you're definitely gonna electrocute yourself or freeze yourself. Something in between.
Chemistry professor gone rogue, using the elements to his advantage and then blowing himself up in the process. Unless your DPS Max uses rocks, in which case, just watch, I guess. Everything is
To me, at least, what I used, the best choice for now, at least in the beginning of the game, if you have the possibility to do that, use Earth. You knock the fuck out of shield mobs. That's my badly informed opinion, at least. Because oh yeah, right. Noel. I have Noel. Yeah. I use Noel, and the most annoying thing to me was slimes with shields, witches with shields, and she knocked the fuck out of everybody with her two-handed sword. And that shield thing of hers, healing of hers, helped me a lot. Okay, let's continue.
elements, and everyone has an elemental skill and alignment. Unless you're the nature god who has no characters, some are bad and
Wait. So you by watching this video, I just killed my let's say hope to see it and try nature element. So there's no nature element characters, or just no girls, since you are only using girls.
others are very bad, but many are completely game-changing, like how Beto's elemental skill adds a parry mechanic to the game, or how Ningguang invalidates all ranged enemies. The combat is...
Oh yeah, I tried that one.
Experiment in how bad you can craft your psychotic dog water alchemy, and hopefully create a moving ball of destruction strong enough to kill God. To extend this concept, every character uses one of 5 unique weapon classes, such as Mongolian, Controller Erosion, the Waiting Game, Egg Catapults, and the Speed Beat.
Wait, my mind just slept through all of that.
Psychotic dog water alchemy, and hopefully create a moving ball of destruction strong enough to kill.
Uh-huh.
To extend this concept, every character uses one of 5 unique weapon classes, such as Mongolian, Controller Erosion, the Waiting Game, Egg Catapults, and the Speed Beat. So be careful with who you choose and what weapons that. Oh wait, no, it's random. Get fun. Now, this would all be excellent gameplay if it didn't sometimes amount to throwing 2 sponges at each other. Enemies scale to your level, and generally health is not hard to come by. So depending on your investment, some enemies could take minutes to kill. This all amounts to making a classic video game build, the tank, entirely useless. You don't need a tank because you will be switching to your DPS anyways, who is a tank against your will. Health is literally always a shackle and a curse. That is, of course, unless you're playing Barbara, whose healing scales only off of health, making her tankier than...
Okay, so Noel... I love Noel! Come on, dude! Don't shit on my beloved Noel. I liked her. And probably shitty character, but I still liked her. This is my first love in this game. That's not fair. You're shitting on my love.
The insanity that we're working with. It is optimal in most of my combat scenarios to cause forest fires by throwing a spicy bear. Why? Well, it's obvious. My DPS Beto can parry anything, which includes the heat of fire. Or how about Ningguang, who spawns a wall inside of enemies like it's Gary's mod. We just do it to piss them off. Did I also mention you can invite your insane Discord stalker to play co-op with you? The combat is fully...
He probably will talk about co-op a little bit more, but I want to say my opinion. Co-op in this game sucks and is useless. Okay, I can play with my friends, but there's no point to that. Because if, let's say, okay, in my situation, I can connect to me, okay, we can play together, he's higher level, he can change characters, whatever, lower level, so he won't sweep through enemies. But what's the fucking point in that? Okay, I'm not talking, this is... I'm go through that maybe later if... Nah! I'm losing my mind here.
functional.
Hello, Max.
I made a mistake, and this isn't even going into the complicated system by which you customize artifacts up...
Co-op sucks.
Upgrade your weapon and
I will talk about that later.
because that's boring. It can be made especially boring when you have to pick 30 mushrooms to do it, but you know, here we are. That leads me to my next point. You're gonna have to explore for those mushrooms, and that sounds bad, but it's actually the best part. Get ready for some cross-country gaming because we literally have a lot of ground to cover. So
Wait,
number 4 of
he will
Genshin
talk
Impact
about
is that if you see
exploration, the pain, conclusion. Okay, so probably he won't talk about exploration. Exploration. God damn you, stop! My brain is freezing right now. I am talking about co-op. Co-op is useless, and I'm angry because of that. Because I started Genshin Impact because I was expecting to play it to co-op with Icon and Funte. The problem is it's not worth it because the reward for questing and bosses nobody gets except me, except the one that is hosting the world. And that's so why other people should play in co-op unless steal resources. I mean, those scattered around the world, iron and whatever. I don't know what kind of resources there will be in future. Co-op sucks. I expected more. Somehow, somewhat, but I don't understand why. For example, if we get finish instance or boss, something like this wolf on the screen, let's say, Icon won't get a reward. I'm using that example because Icon is higher level and he just tried to help me, and I saw the problem with co-op and I said it's not worth it to you or to me to play together unless just to have fun and maybe help me to collect materials that I'm not able to. Why should I play co-op? And that's the reason I play Genshin Impact. I thought I will play with friends. I thought it will be better. I'm not saying this is a bad game or anything. It's fun. It has a lot to do. So I'm having fun, but not for the reasons that I started.
We noticed at some point that this game looks identical to Breath of the Wild, right down to the UI. This is an objectively correct assessment. It's just that the game doesn't give a shit, and neither should we. Breath of the Wild was so good that I wanted Breath of the Wild with more anime pussy, because god damn it, why did Nintendo make Zelda look like that? The amount of bandits and foreign soldiers in this game suddenly makes sense when you...
Breath of the... I didn't play Breath of the Wild, so I don't know if it's really look like Breath of the Wild. I don't know. To me, at least, sometimes it feels like a fucking Pokemon. I'm going, summoning my Pokemon, switching my Pokemons for different abilities, and that's it. Something like, I don't know. Somehow I sometimes feeling if I have good reaction and I slept enough on those days, I feel like, for example, Devil May Cry 3 at least. When I'm in the middle of combat, I'm switching in the middle of combat and combo. I'm switching for a different character. I'm feeling like I'm switching weapons. At least right now, because my characters are using different weapons. I'm not using characters that are using the same type of weapon. So, something like that. I'm switching weapons, and at the same time, I'm switching... tribute. How is that called? I mean, fire, earth, lightning, and whatever. Okay. So, on that thought,
It's quite
let's
a
watch
beautiful
two.
place, but you're given the tools to navigate it, like your feet or your sweat. And there is quite a bit to see. So, for an example, when I first installed the game, I didn't know that leeway was in it. That's over half of the map. I was doing a quest that required a wild radish, so I naturally went hiking to find it and accidentally discovered the entirety of Ming Dynasty China, at which point I was wrongfully assaulted after being mistaken for opium. This is one of those games where you start finding chests in the wild, and within 30 minutes are flying to a strange island with a man named Jeffrey. It's actually
Dude, exploration is crazy in this game. Holy shit. That... Wow. Wait, I missed something in there. Radishes. Oh yeah, about that. That you need some kind of materials to make something. Bad meme. That you need something. A good thing that Icon told to me from the beginning that collect everything that you find because you will need some of these things a lot. Not yet. I didn't encounter something like that except maybe daily quests that that requires some of the items I've collected: the flowers and meat, whatever. And then I had those. I didn't need to collect those things. So yeah, I didn't encounter that problem for now, at least, that I need to collect something. I'm already full on it, and I'm still collecting.
finding chests in the wild, and within 30 minutes are flying to a strange island with a man named Jeffrey. It's actually not that different to Skyrim, but this game makes Skyrim look like it's in Kansas. There is always something to do and always something to find. You would think that it would get stale, but they just keep finding ways to turn on my neurons. There is a puzzle, I just wanted the chest, which spans an entire region
Yes.
of the game where you have to climb
Yes.
3 mountains. You can spend an afternoon doing that, and it's viable. There is no direction that you can go.
Yes, a lot of explorations, a lot of distracting things, and nobody gives a fuck about the other quests. You need to fucking explore.
That will not help you in some tangible way, and that's what's important about exploration. It's not just pretty, it's optimal. You see this shit right here? This activates my fucking almonds. Exploring this game trains your neurons to fire at the most basic of incentives, like a lab chimp. But seriously, if you aren't yet considering the game, just have fun exploring it. Stop and smell the flowers and accidentally
I agree.
China over a vegetable. I found it.
I perfectly agree that you should. If you don't want to do quests, just explore the fucking world. Do some of the quests that are main story quests. Unlock the world, and probably you will need a lot of resources to collect for that. But explore, unlock. This game is for those kind of people.
Eventually, it took 3 hours. Now, if the review had ended here,
Yes, it takes a lot of time.
is free. It costs $0. It cannot yank your bank. Not that I would know, but I must warn you that there are some serious drawbacks besides the fucking Chinese surveillance state that you have to install. So it's time to give you the final tools and rules that you need to enjoy this game.
Okay, come on. The pain. No pain, no gain.
Genshin Impact is just, please God, use the resin every So to explain that, you have to understand that this game works by mostly giving you what you want when you seek it out. Unless it's crit damage. So you don't end up mindlessly slogging for 10 hours a day for a single goddamn Warframe chassis. But there is a catch. When it comes to grinding, there is a clever way to make sure that you can't trivialize the entire game, which is that the game just stops you. You expend resin when you kill a boss, want money, want XP, want artifacts, want to live, want to see my daughter again. Pretty much anything. And if you have no resin, well,
Fuck you.
will collect his existence.
I'm not yet having this problem, but probably I will start spending my resin because yeah, there will be a day that I will need those items that I'm getting from that.
Tax, and you will fucking pay. Even if you live in Mondstadt, the IRS is an eternal fixture of the universe. And although it's nice to have fair guarantees,
Wait, those spoilers!
of stopping the game from being played, you get 160 a day, and for reference, you spend 40 for boss loot. So
Okay.
and if you thought that was
And yet still I'm not doing bosses.
bad, get ready for Rule 6, which is you gotta do the daily
I'm doing those.
Always hard at work on the daily dopamine farms, putting in that grind so that we can have a 4-star object every 20 days. It really makes a man
Every 20 day 4 stars up.
wonder why we bothered with making murder illegal in the first place. Thank you, Kane. This game can give you a lot if you decide to commit yourself to it. But if you don't, you will be scraping for crack crystals in a back alley, maybe make a YouTube video. That alone is probably enough to discourage most people. I thought I was going to be one of those people until I realized that I liked the game. Stockholm Syndrome is actually cool. And for our final rule, you don't want to play with English voices. Set it to literally any other language except English. Now, the voice work isn't horrendous, but it doesn't sound like the dialogue was actually...
I'm playing with English voices. So probably Japanese is... Wait, this game is what? Chinese or Japanese? I need to Google that. Wait a moment. Genshin Impact. Not looking for things that I was already searching about this game. No, I don't care. Okay. Wikipedia save me. No! I need characters. No. Character list. No. Yelena. No. Popular categories. Nobody gives a fuck. Come on! No. Yes. Thank you. Action role playing published by Microsoft Nintendo Open World Environment. Okay, let's see about company information. Shit! That's China! Okay. Okay. I thought that was Japanese company. Okay, Chinese are using weeby shit too. I don't know why I thought they're not using that. Koreans, Japanese using weeby stuff. Oh yeah, there was Chinese manga or whatever that is called, comic books. And Chinese anime. And somebody will hate me for calling it that. Those things probably, if they're coming from China, it is called a little bit differently. Probably. Listen, guys, I don't give a fuck.
The translation is fucking hilarious.
The wolves frighten him so badly that he's paralyzed with fear.
We've looked everywhere and haven't seen any.
So do what I do and play in Japanese, then switch the game to Chinese whenever you're in Liyue for maximal immersion. Dear Mr. Shi, please send missiles to liberate my country from the yoke of capitalism. Now that you're armed with what you need.
Paimon is annoying in every language, probably. Okay, the main... When picking up, picking a voice actress for Paimon, try to use very annoying voice, because you will say a lot of annoying shit.
Should you play the game? Only if you have self-control. It's not worth it to spend money on the game. I'm serious, and that's why you should give me your money so I can spend it responsibly. Remember, the game is free, and so is the porn. I would like to thank the kind Chinese billionaires and international arms dealers of the Maxor Patreon for funding my hopeless and deadly addictions. If you would like to help fund you can head to the description to learn more. Thank you all for watching and waiting.
Nope, I'm still not...
IP address has already been traded.
I'm still not wasting my money on this game. It's free. I don't have to do that. Maybe... okay, let's say this. I will meet some kind of, let's say paywall, not paywall, but the spot where I am too annoyed to grind through. I mean, items or whatever. I hope that will never come. I will drop this game. Okay. But... I'm just starting it, and I am kinda happy. It's not a bad game, yeah, it's a gacha or whatever. In my opinion, those who spend money on this game just to get characters or weapons, You're a dumb fox. And you're wasting your money. And please tell me where you are getting your money. I want it too. But not the best time to do that. Where was I? Yeah. I don't have money to spend on that. Please tell me what is your source for that, and why you think this is a good idea to spend money on in these types of games. Unless you are a YouTuber that is getting a really good payday, Twitch streamer or whatever, then you have a little bit of spare money, I guess. And yet, you can go fuck yourself because of that, because you are incentivizing these type of practices. And yet, game is good. Yeah. Except as I was saying previously, except co-op. I was reading this game was in some videos. This game was called MMORPG. Yeah, right. Nothing massive about that. Nope. It's not worth. It's not worth it to play in co-op. Unless share some kind of champions, characters, to see how they jiggle. Okay, so we finished this video, and now I've been MatchBox. Yeah, I've been MatchBox. I hope you liked it. I probably will put this video in description down below. Maybe somebody will watch it. Maybe they already watched it. You, I mean. I've been MatchBox, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video and any other I make, because they're good.